In today's podcast, we're going to talk about Deloitte's CEO and how she rose to the top and the struggles she faced to get there. Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com. We bring you the latest news regarding the Big Four, along with unique Big Four recruiting advice and the best Big Four career tips to help you with your Big Four career. Hope you enjoy the show. In early April 2018, Deloitte's U.S. CEO, Cathy Engelbert, was featured in a Forbes article. And the title of the article was, "Your Career is Not Linear. Deloitte CEO Cathy Engelbert on her rise to the top." As you might know, Cathy Engelbert is the CEO of Deloitte U.S. And this article highlighted the struggles that Cathy faced throughout her career and the current causes that she's championing. It covered the adversity she's faced and how she overcame those adversities. But not only did she face adversity, though, she also looked out for others on her rise to the top, and she's still looking out for them to this day. Now, what are some of the adversities that Cathy faced? One of the first adversities she faced was that she resigned when she was 5 months pregnant, and this was in 1997. She didn't have the confidence in herself or the job. She thought there was no way that she could be a great professional and also be a mom, so she decided to resign. And she resigned to go work in industry, or also known as a client. And it was one of her clients. And at a client, she was offered a position in the treasury group. But before she could leave, her partners at Deloitte took her out and told her that she had all the potential in the world. And she said in this moment, she had a eureka moment in noticing that men have to be part of the conversation in women's success in corporate America. But I also want to take a quick break here because this part of the story is very important. In my view, your success in the Big Four and in any corporate career, for that sake, is when your boss has interest in your career, when you have someone looking out for you. If your boss only looks out for themselves and only occasionally checks in on you, you will feel very alone and disenchanted. And this is what Cathy is really saying here, that there has to be other people invested in your career, and it can't just be your peers or one person. It has to be multiple people, and it has to be people above you. And in this case, it was the male leadership in her office. And another adversity that Cathy faced was when her father passed away in 1987, leaving her the eldest sibling at home to help her mom through the loss. And this was also very hard on her. But she said it was the wide range of opportunities at Deloitte that kept her with the firm through all of these adversities. But the article also talks about how these opportunities led her down a rough path at Deloitte. She said she faced 5 different careers within the firm. And this likely refers to her working in multiple industries. She's been in financial services, manufacturing, research, financial investments, subject matter expert, and she's also been in pharmaceutical and life sciences. So even though she said that the opportunities kept her at the firm, it seems like she jumped around and was kind of figuring out what her right fit was. And I really like this article because it shows how these CEOs at the Big Four accounting firms don't necessarily shoot like a shooting star to here. They're kind of bumpy. And this article is just the latest one. Before, it's been Bob Moritz. Bob Moritz didn't get good reviews at PwC. And, not everybody has the cleanest path to the top, and not everybody has the easiest path. But in 2015, Cathy was elected CEO of Deloitte U.S., and since then she was elected as the chair of Catalyst. And Catalyst is an external nonprofit that helps women succeed in the workplace. And since she's been elected to Catalyst, she's received hundreds of fan mail thanking for her for being an inspiration. And ever since she's been involved in Catalyst, she's been championing women's causes in the workplace. And we've previously covered her election to Catalyst on this podcast. But she's also been telling Deloitte employees how to manage their careers, and not just the women or the females at Deloitte. She tells employees within Deloitte that they have to actively be managing their careers. They have to go find mentors and sponsors. If you don't find mentors and sponsors, you're going to end up leaving, is what she said. Another thing that she's done at Deloitte is she's proposed the current 16-week paid leave program that Deloitte U.S. currently has, which the article says was a big proposal for her and was hard for her to do. But I'm not sure I buy that because Deloitte came out with that program after the other Big Four already had similar policies in place. I think that was a reactionary move, but I do think it was good for her to see what the other Big Four were doing to recruit talent and pivot towards doing the right thing herself. In conclusion, I think this article highlights how the path to the top ranks of the Big Four are not easy. To become a partner is very hard. You have to navigate tricky political situations and end up coming out ahead. you also have to avoid burnout. And it sounds like Cathy got burned out multiple times over her career, but she always had friends and mentors there to support her and pick her back up. For example, she changed industries multiple times and she almost left Deloitte, so it wasn't an easy path for her. She didn't get there by sitting back. She had to fight for her success. And now that she's at the top, she's trying to motivate other employees as well. And my takeaway for all of you Big Four accountants is to understand that moving up in the Big Four ranks is not easy. It might be easy to make senior associate or manager, but making partner isn't necessarily easy. Moving up into senior leadership is even harder. And this means like once you make partner, the struggle doesn't stop. Partners still want to keep moving up. They want to move up into senior leadership, like being a CEO or being a senior partner of the firm. Cathy makes it apparent that if you don't have someone supporting you, that you will likely leave. And that was a shocker for me. To hear a Big Four CEO admit that a person will likely leave her firm, that's crazy to me. She admits that you will likely burn out if you don't have a mentor. And with that, I encourage all of you, current and future Big Four accountants, to get a mentor. Obviously, our website and our podcast is a great start, and I view us as mentors for you. But you also need someone that can look out for you. You need someone that is personally invested in your well-being and your career for you to succeed at the Big Four, and also for you to want to stay at the Big Four accounting firm that you choose to work for.
We appreciate your help in growing this podcast so we can continue to bring you the best Big Four content possible. You could help us out by providing a review on iTunes, sending us an email with your comments, and don't forget to share with your friends. There's a link below in the show notes. That's our show for today. Thanks for listening and have a great day.